What's up, Delvers and DMs? Did you miss me? It's been a little while, but I'm back and better than ever. You know why? Because this Backerkit, this Goodman Games crowdfunding campaign is not number 5, not number 4, not number 3, but it's number 2, the most backed ever. And we're getting closer and closer to number 1. And if you don't want me knocking down your door, you better tell all your friends and your neighbors and your cousins and your sisters and your brothers and your uncles and that one guy you see down the street, and let them know that it's time to back and make me number 1. Oh, yeah. And not only that, we're like, what? Let me look at my numbers here. We're almost 40 backers away from me giving away another free trap to you. That's right. I forgot what that trap's called, but I got a bunch of nerds I'm going to bring in here, and they're going to let you know. But before I do that, I just want to thank you so much for making me number 2, even though I should be number 1 already. But we still got a little while. We got 58 minutes, and that's why we're here. It's a countdown. But I want you to know it's the cream that rises to the top, baby. And I'm the creamiest of the cream. Oh, yeah. Ooh, tasty. Now let's bring them nerds out of their lockers. Bring them on. Oh, here we are. Oh, I made a mess all over the place. My goodness. How you doing, nerds?
Hi,
Who are you talking to, Grimtooth? I don't answer that. Who are you talking to?
I'm a geek.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Nerd.
That's better. That's better. How's it going, Grimtooth?
Oh, it's going so good. I'm just elated. If I had more $10 words, I'd express them in that way, but I'm feeling good.
Feels good to be number 2.
Yeah, well, let's say, and instead of number 2, on the verge to number 1.
I think Mike said it best. How did you describe it, Mike?
You've always been number 2. You've been a big pile of number 2 since I met you. So
big pile of number 2. Should I be offended by this?
No.
Okay. Then I won't be for now. All right, we got Steve. Steve's back there with my glorious literature in the background. Looking good, looking good. And then we got Chris Doyle. I just learned that he doesn't actually live in that basement. That's a lie, and he's been lying to me. He's an illusionist, and that's not his real basement. Nobody told me.
Who knew?
All right, well, so it looks like 40 more backers to go until I give out my next free trap. What's that trap again?
So I think the one you just gave away for being number 2 was the Room of Cursed. Oh wait, sorry, it was the Time Loop Bomb Trap, right?
The Time Loop Bomb Trap. Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that one is yet. It's so new. I haven't even seen the blueprints to put my stamp of approval on it. But I'm sure it'll be fine.
Steve, have you seen the blueprints?
Yes, I've been working on the blueprints. So the name sort of describes it. You see a lot of this in science fiction shows. You don't see it much in fantasy. This trap involves the Delvers being caught in a time loop. And if they can't solve it over a certain number of times, which can be determined by a random roll of a 12-sided die, they keep resetting the little experience to try and stop the time bomb from going off. And if they don't do it in time, everybody gets killed. So
well, that sounds like the perfect ending.
Exactly. Yes. So the fun part will be, from a role-playing standpoint, right? The one player is going to be the one who's chosen, that's going to have to convince the others what's going on. Because every time it resets, only one person in the group realizes that they're in a time loop. And so they have to convince the others that they are. So that's part of the fun, right? So you get a lot of fun role-playing out of this one, if everyone plays it properly.
Nice. Excellent.
That's fun. It's like Groundhog Day, but with bombs.
Yeah.
I thought that was the original.
We could have an explosive groundhog.
That's cool. That's the sequel. I love it.
Very nice. Very nice.
And then if we get to 3,600, and so just to explain the significance, right? Grimtooth, you already have more backers than any other campaign in Goodman Games history,
Wow.
except for one. And that one has quite a few more. So I don't know if we'll get there, but we can definitely break 3,600, which will give you a solid lead over the next one behind us. And if we break 3,600 backers, that's where you're going to do the Room of Cursed Treasures, if I remember correctly, right?
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But you don't know anything about that one, do you? Because the minions are still working on the
Yeah,
blueprints.
yeah. Well, I know that
There's a
they,
room
they
involved.
they went into my treasure vault to find some cursed treasures to put in it, but I don't know what they were.
Research.
Yeah, yeah. A couple of them didn't make it. I told them, be careful, don't touch that. And they touched it, and now they're dead. No, it happens.
I can tell you a little bit about that if you want,
Oh well, go for it.
my lord. Basically, this is when the fun of this one is that the adventurers finally get to that treasure room they've been trying to get to for hours and hours. And what happens
stuck in a
is
time loop.
Yes, a dark mage has stored his most dangerous items all in one room, and you get there, and you can take any you want. But they may not work out the way you best like once you get them. I'll just leave it at that.
It's a good teaser. All right, you don't want to spill the beans. We haven't even got there yet. Still waiting on the rest to come in. They're out there hammering on their neighbors' doors. They better be anyways. You gotta share it on the face scroll and the X Twitter. What's it called nowadays? I don't know.
Number 2.
There you go.
Yeah, you got to tell your friends and your enemies, your orthodontist. I was just, did you guys read the G.I. Joe comic? Anybody?
Yeah,
Every day.
Every day. Okay, me too. So anyway, they just got a new publisher. So number 301 just came out. I think it's under IDW now. No, sorry. Image. It's under Image Comics now. Anyway, they had a profile of Cobra Commander, and I'd forgotten that he founded Cobra as a pyramid scheme. And no, sorry, it was Dr. Mindbender, who was a frustrated orthodontist before he turned to evil.
Wow.
Which just like struck a chord with me somehow because I've known some orthodontists before. So I could like totally see them becoming Dr. Mindbender.
Wow. That's wild.
At least he turned to evil. He made that choice. Because there are some orthodontists who turn to evil and they retain their career.
Yes, I met one of those when I was 13. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your orthodontist, tell the guy down the street. You said it best, Grimtooth.
I always do.
Dr. Venom just backed.
Chris, how did your chart show go? I declined to show up for that one because
It went well. You would have loved the last chart that we showed off. It was a pie graph that was filled in with one color, and it was all the traps that you approved.
Oh, excellent.
That we designed. And it had your wonderful, beautiful face on it. It was the perfect way to end the show.
Beautiful, yeah. I had faith in you guys. You didn't need me. I was too busy pumping iron. So
yep. Nope. The folks in the chat, they did a good enough job making fun of us, crunching our numbers and showing off our stats.
Oh, good. They're learning.
They are.
They're getting smarter by the minute. Those backers out there, I was like, humans, their intelligence only goes up to 18. Trolls like me, we go a little higher up.
Yeah, 14.
Joseph,
right?
When did this Kickstarter start? How long is this? 30 days?
About 30 days? Yeah, I'd have to look up the exact date. Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is a 30. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
We started on Halloween.
Oh, nice.
Right.
That sounds right. That's very appropriate.
Sounds right.
Yes. Yeah.
Pretty sure that's when it was.
Yeah, that does seem right. Yeah.
We were all much younger then.
Yes.
Yes.
It's like so much longer ago.
It does feel like a while. I'm gonna miss
check
these
my
little
battery.
chats we have.
Yeah.
We may be in the time bomb trap as far as we know. Maybe only Steve knows the fact that we're in this time loop for, you know.
Only one of us knows.
It's true.
Only
It's
one of us.
dangerous writing traps like that. You put the wrong word down. Next thing you know, activates it.
Yep. Yeah, so somebody in the chat just asked a good question. Time for the important question. When are we getting the other Grimtooth books? Because we're putting 150 traps in this one, plus the stretch goals, so it's probably like, I don't know, 158, 159, something like that. But there's Grimtooth. You made at least 500 traps, I want to say. Probably more than that.
Yeah,
think so.
well, if all of the good little boys and girls out there want some more, then I'll be the Santa Claus of doom and despair that they want. So, we'll see how it goes, I guess.
The number I believe is 634. Don't ask me why I know that number.
Does
on
it
a
involve
spreadsheet
charts and
somewhere.
graphs?
It's on a spreadsheet
Yes.
somewhere.
This guy,
634. My
that's a lot of
God.
traps.
Yes.
It's just to be clear, everybody, the ones we're giving you as stretch goals are totally not the
Yes.
ones that are left over after the first 634.
Yeah, they're
Because that makes you
brand
think
spanking new.
Yep.
Yeah.
The stretch
The
goal
extras are
traps
all
have
new.
never been used, never been seen before.
That's right.
Wow,
All
that is
new.
a lot of traps, man.
Yeah.
We got
It is.
cream on my skull here.
I hate it when that happens.
All right.
Okay,
Wow.
Grimcat will just clean it
Polished
up,
it
right?
up a little bit.
Yeah. So, backers, I actually, we've internally debated whether we should do like another book or convert more or so on. Part of it, officially, we are licensing this property. We don't actually own it. But I think there's a strong case here that
I'll
there's a lot
let
of
you
interest.
continue.
Thanks, Grimtooth.
Good.
Thanks. Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
great.
As long as
Deal
I get
signed.
my share, you know what I'm saying?
Here, let me get you a pin. Just sign right here, Grimtooth. So, but yeah, there's obviously a lot of interest. So we might go back and ask some questions and see what we can do, because clearly there's a lot of folks interested in all, who want the other, whatever, 500 and something traps to get the complete collection.
We can only put 50 traps in the next one. We just keep stringing this one on for years. I mean.
Well, Steve, I think Flying Buffalo published, what, 8 Grimtooth books, I want to say?
There were 7, yeah, and then
Seven.
Necromancer Games did a book that had some D20 stats, I think, and then there was a big gap, and then you guys did the big collection. But yeah, there was 7
Yeah.
original traps.
That's a lot.
The first one was 1981, and the last one I think was 1994. I think it was 95, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Question: ascending or descending AC? Well, although I'm a Thaco for life sort of guy myself, we gotta go with the modern era here, and DCC and D&D 5e are both ascending. So since these stats or these traps are getting statted up for those conversions, we're doing ascending AC. Thanks for the question, Chandra. All right.
Not easy to do.
Hooked on phonics.
That question was worthy of charts and graphs. Wow.
Yeah. So, and then Joan of Arc, hey Joan, asked, are these all new traps? So they're not new at all. They've been done before, but they were done before statless. The big addition here is we're actually either DCC or 5e. You're buying the book of your choice, and you actually get game stats now. So instead of taking this book home and being like, okay, 3 skulls, that means what? D20 damage. Now you actually get stats so you can run, right out of the gate, put them right in your game, start killing players right away, or characters, I should say.
Scott Moore, GG, you're right. Call up your friends. We're so close. Only 34 more to go to get that 3,600. Gets me excited. Sorry, I get tingly.
Now, Steve, I know you brought some props behind you. You had walked us through some of this stuff before, but I think you said you had some vintage translations you're going to show us.
I put some new stuff up. I thought you guys would like to get a kick out of just for fun. Let me grab them real quick, and then we'll go through them. I won't grab them all. I'll just grab 3 examples. So this is a Swedish version of Grimtooth's traps, and of course it's Grimcroft's Fallen. So that's what they call a trap. You can see it's got the same basic art as the first traps book, but of course it's got a got a German guy with a pith helmet. I don't know why, but there you go. That's what they decided. So, and the back looks very similar to the original book, different color scheme, but basics, same.
That's
trap,
cool.
Same description. So that's, and obviously you can see this is a half size book. This is the size of your kind of pamphlet books that you guys do.
Yeah.
Fallen
Far
Dark.
out.
So kind of cool, right?
Very cool.
That is cool.
Trap is a little
Grimtooth,
obvious, but
yeah. Yeah.
We can
Actually,
kill them in several
I like to
languages.
eat all my salad suspended from a giant, gear and cog contraption.
And then this is Piges de Grimtooth, which I guess traps in French is Piges. So this is the first book. Obviously, it's got the same exact illo.
Except no German guy. Wait, what's the next? How did the French choose to depict him?
It's a French guy.
He looks more like Marcel Marceau or something.
Okay, that's really funny.
You might pass gas in your general direction.
That's actually that's
Deal with a
actually
mind
the same,
problem over there.
that's the same illustration by Liz Danforth. She drew that part, and then I drew all the gears. So it's a combination illo. That's this illo that went on the original book. That's a joint effort by me and Liz. I did all the gears and she drew the characters. So
Steve, how'd you get this circle so circular? I can never get my circles to be circular. They always go lopsided on me.
well, I use you can buy a circular guide that you draw through, or a compass. Either one of those will work. So and then
So
you just
that means you're more like a tracer than a drawer, right?
yeah. And then you freehand.
Slow.
Then you freehand. I had to freehand the little gears. All those little gears there.
Okay,
Once I got the circle and I freehanded it. So there you go.
cool.
And then the back again, very similar to the original Traps book, except it's black and yellow. So
Oh, yeah.
Warning
and,
colors.
the inside's almost identical, except it's just in French. So they
Yeah.
copied it not word for word, but it's exact same layout and everything. It's just replaced with French. language.
Diablo de fromage.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
So now
It means who cut the cheese?
Okay.
this is Grimson's Fallen in German. This
Wow.
is Grimson. So Grimson's Fallen. And they did, I think
Yeah.
used they used a lot of the original art, like these are by me. And then but they also added, like, they did their own skulls.
Uh-huh.
So they have a different
Oh,
skull.
I like that.
And
Oh, we should do that.
little drawings
Oh.
at the top.
We're doing our own skulls. Don't worry.
Okay.
Little
Whose
drawings
skull
at
is
the
it
top
though?
showing-
We have a
I
skull
don't know,
model?
but
Crap, it
the
is like
request
up
has
an
been
item.
put in.
Okay.
And they did them
Those are
different
cool.
sizes. Like there's one of my illos in the original book that's like maybe about 2 inches by 1.5 inches, and here they blew it up to fill out the whole page. So that's the reverse crossbow that shoots you in the eye. Kind of nice.
Have that. I think we
Yeah, I may have come up with that one. I can't remember now. Anyway, so yeah, that's the gist of that. The German one was particular. Not saying anything, but the German book of horrible traps to kill people was really popular, and they did so many of them. They actually did a fourth one. They got all the way to Grimson's 4, and this is Grimson's Fallen 4. This is the fourth German book in
Wow.
the series.
The Germans know what they're doing when it comes to delving in dungeons.
He made your face look more like a pig, Grimtooth, but he got your
Damn.
physique perfect. Look at
Well-
that. That's perfect physique there for you.
I'm gonna have to figure out who that artist is. They're on my bad list.
Probably doing stuff for Warhammer.
You
now.
don't look at this handsome face here.
There's
All
another
up
Christmas themed trap that I
teeth.
drew
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
in the book. Perfect for this time of year.
Models
Yeah.
provided by Dr. Moreau, apparently. That's
Exactly. I think this is Grimtooth's Traps Light, I think is what this is. I've forgotten now. Grimtooth's Traps 8. This is Grimtooth's Traps 8. Okay, so anyway, again, it uses all the original art that I did, and then it's been translated in German. They've added some additional art. They kind of blew the art up bigger in many cases. They had this weird kind of thing on the side here that filled it. In the original books, those are
Mhm.
blank for writing in notes, because GMs are supposed to write in what the stats were on the sides. That's why if you look in a Traps book, that's why white
Ah,
spice is for. That's you to
Yeah.
write your stats in to figure out how many dice it gets and what kind of damage it does. That's why we left it that way. Big secret. So anyway, there you go. So there you go. That's the German version of the trap.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have sat on that secret for 40 years.
I know. Another secret revealed. So there you go.
Nobody
Those
picked
are
up
some
on that.
cool ones.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have be here today.
So I thought it'd be kind of fun to show those off, since we're going to have another, just in case, if we had a few minutes. I thought I'd show them off. 'Cause, you know,
And
it's
for
not
those of
something-
you who, Steve, we didn't actually introduce you. For those of you who don't know,
Oh.
Steve Crompton here was one of the original Grimtooth authors, designers, and primarily illustrator. And you drew basically almost all the depictions of Grimtooth from back in the day.
Yeah, me and Liz Danforth did a lot of them, and then I took over starting in Traps 2, and she and I slip back and forth to some of the Grimtooth those, but I drew almost all the traps in the Traps books. So there probably
Yeah.
about the 600 I probably drew. Well, of course, not all of them were illustrated, but I probably drew 3/4 to 80% of them were all drawn by me. So yeah, I did a lot of traps
Do
illustrations.
you have any
for my
background as
little
like a
Grimtooth.
draftsman or anybody else doing like any technical drawing? Or did you have any experience doing like technical drawing or anything like blueprints before you got into drawing like tons and tons of traps? I mean, 'cause-
Yeah, the reason I got the job, I started in the Flying Buffalo store, and I was hired because they wanted to have someone who could draw maps and stuff for GM adventures and stuff, and they knew I was taking drafting courses, and so part of that was included doing some mechanical drafting along with you know, just regular maps. And so when I was working in the store, when things were slow, they gave me these traps to start drawing, and that's how my career started, I guess. So that's why I was chosen, because I had drafting experience.
right. I mean, that training really, came to the forefront in that because, I mean, this is something you could give to an artist and they would come up with like something that is, well, not saying that you're not an artist, but somebody without like a draftsman training or any other drafting training or something, they would do something would be, very elaborate or very, wouldn't be as clean as your work. And so I think that straightforward cleanliness to it is like, this actually looks like something that could physically work,
Yeah. My dad was kind of an engineer. And so I saw a lot of stuff growing up with him, and I think some of that rubbed off on me as well. He used to build all sorts of things and diagram stuff out, and I think that helped me as well. So I just kind of fell into it. What can I say? Worked out.
Excuse me, guys. I got elves. Hold on a second.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know.
I hate it when I get elves. You got to do something about it.
Maybe he's got Dutch elves disease. If a bunch of elves show up in wooden shoes, we know what's going on there. Well, we are 25 people away from 2,600 backers, and we've got 37 minutes to do it. So
Can it
That's
be
awesome.
done?
I think if we get more orthodontists in here, I think we're going to be all right. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
History
keep those
professor
pledges coming in, everybody out there. Tell your friends.
history
Yeah.
professor suggested that he could make all of his students for their final exam be backers as part of passing. It might be working because we just gained 2 backers. So 2 more
That's a
passing
great
kids.
exam.
Yeah.
I like it.
Perfect.
I
Well,
think
Excellent.
if
Hopefully
he
you won't
has
be
10,
fired.
if he has tenure, I say go for it. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
That's
would
good.
I
work.
think I think a lot of people would probably sign for that. How many bonus points do I get? And all I need to do is shell over some money and get a fine product.
Anyone teaching
That's-
gaming theory could get away with it, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, we have a couple. Is that Martin? I don't know if that's Martin. We have a couple professors out there in the general Goodman Games fan base who were, professional.
He said the business majors would definitely take that deal.
Hey, I'm wearing a Grimtooth shirt. You want to see?
Oh,
Show us your shirt, Steve.
All right, let me stand up here.
Grim t-shirt.
Do not look at the back. Okay, what's on the back?
No, that's a trap.
It's a trap.
There you go.
Yes, that's
So
great.
Rick made those. I drew that, and Rick made those probably I'm going to say in the late 90s, maybe. The other side of it, since I'm wearing this, I can't really do it. The other side of it has Grimtina, right? And she's saying, do not look at the front of this shirt.
Mm,
So
I
either
like
way,
it.
it makes the person go around you, right, to look and see what it says. So it's in effect a sort of a trick trap by itself. So there you
I
go.
love that. We should print those up. If we have these books out by Gen Con, we should print that up for
Let me-
Gen Con.
you know what, I
That's
think I-
awesome.
Let me try it and see. It's gonna be hard. 'cause you
Oh.
won't be able to see it.
I see it now. It works.
There you go.
That's so cool.
Oh, that's the back. So
That's great.
I had to put my shirt back on.
All right, so we got a question in the chat. Where'd it go? During the initial, so Kilishandra, and we'll see if I can read as well as Grimtooth here.
We hope.
During
Oh, it's not a good start.
Yeah, luckily Grimtooth isn't here. During the initial live stream, you asked for suggestions of other RPG titles for Goodman Games to consider. I think for the original Adventures Reincarnated line. What were the results of the feedback? Yeah, so we got a lot of good suggestions. It's only been 30 days, so it's too early to sign a licensing deal, but there will be other books in the OAR series, and I think you'll like them all. Let's just leave it at that. There's definitely more coming.
And stay out. All right. Okay.
You took
Man,
care of those elves?
man, let me tell you what. They're always stopping by, trying to take something from me or sell me something. That's the worst part. You know, tell me to go hug a tree or something like that. Think we'll get along because we both have pointy ears. Whatever. I got the sword anyways from one of them. I kicked his butt. So looks magical. Maybe we can throw it in that treasure trove.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I'm sorry about that, folks.
Yeah, I hate elves. I think everybody hates those door-to-door elves. They're just annoying. Always in your dungeons, knocking on your
The other
doors.
white meat.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
What was
Eating
that?
salad all the time.
Yeah. What was that RPG from the 80s that had all those ads in Dragon Magazine and their selling point was no elves? Remember that?
Yeah.
Talos Lenta?
Yeah,
that it?
Santa. Yes, I think that was it. Yeah. Yep, no
Yeah.
elves.
Which I hear. No, the Skyrealms of Jerum. One of them actually began as a Metamorphosis Alpha campaign.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
They landed to a planet, and that became, I think it was Skyrealms of Jerum. But
That's funny.
That's wild.
things you learn when you're writing Metamorphosis Alpha stuff a decade ago.
Yeah.
How long it was, right?
Now, Grimtooth, while you were out, we heard a rumor that you like to go sing karaoke.
Oh, yeah. You know, I like to cut loose every once in a while. And, you know, when I'm touring the countryside, I usually find a good tavern. And with a little jaunty bard willing to play some tunes for me, I can sing along to. It helps that I also, like, threaten his life. But
I mean, I feel, Mike, you knew this was coming. I feel like we need to hear a verse.
oh, you gonna put me on the spot like that, huh? Okay, all right.
And we'll take suggestions from the audience. We already had a good suggestion.
No, what was that?
Mike, I think it was your idea, right?
I said, well, you know, the audience needs to sing "Do You Really Want to Hurt Me?" You know, I mean, in fact, actually, I think we promised an extra trap if they went on TikTok right now and did a live version of that.
Yeah, we should have done the Grimtooth dance or something on TikTok to really promote this. You know, or the who can flex better. Next time, you know, these are all marketing ideas for the next one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, do you really want to make me die? Somebody says in the chat. I think, you know, we're almost at 3,600 backers, which is, you know, the next stretch goal. And then maybe Grimtooth after that, maybe you could, you know, maybe the next stretch goal is that you agree to sing a song.
It's not too late for them to cancel the pledges.
Wait, don't get.
Well, I see we got some people out there who are questioning my voice here. Brooklyn gangster, I don't think so. Drunk mountain man from Pennsylvania, maybe. A suave British accent. I don't know about that. Let's see. Ooh, what else we got? What do you got? There's a lot of people talking this time.
That means you haven't killed enough. There's too many
Right,
surviving.
right.
You gotta get back to work.
Oh, are the traps priced for install? Yes, traps are priced for install. I'm sorry you had to go out and torment a whole countryside of farmers to make them get your traps built, but you know, they are priced for install. Small fee of whatever the book cost online here. I can't pull up my screen anymore. Oh, there it is. You know how to pledge. I mean, come on, you guys done this before.
Actually, you bring up a good point, Grimtooth. We got to remind people about the add-ons, which is that,
right.
Don't forget. Yeah, we got a couple additional adventures. We got the DCC funnel, Trials of the Trapmaster's Tomb, if I'm remembering correctly.
Say that 5 times fast.
5 times fast. And then we got against the Thieves Guild, which is in both 5e and DCC, if I remember right. And those are all part of this project as well. $10 add-ons, if I remember right.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you haven't added it on, you're gonna be missing out. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
you might be able to pick it up later, but why risk it? You know.
You still have Tomb of the Warhammer, or is that got sold out?
I think let me check the online store. We did, but it's been years and I haven't
Yeah.
actually looked it up recently to see if it's still
No,
in
I'm
stock.
just curious.
Yeah, great call. And for those of you who don't know, you wrote that one, right, Steve?
Yeah, with
if
Ken
I remember
Fernandez. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like 5-6 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, I think we did it after the it was near the end of the last Kickstarter, and then in between that and the Trapsylvania book.
Okay.
Are those all gone too?
We have Trapsylvania. The original Ultimate Traps is all gone. We have some Trapsylvanias left. I feel like I just saw number 87.5 was really low. The
There's Trapsylvania.
Museum of Death. There you go, Trapsylvania. Yeah, more amazing Grimtooth material.
Yeah, that came out really great. I had a lot of fun working on this, and then expanding out the world and really telling the world about Grimtooth's castle and underground lair and Grimtina's petting zoo. All that stuff it came out. It was really fun to do. I had a lot of fun working on that with Grimtooth.
Actually, tell us about Grimtina's petting zoo. That feels like something we should all remind ourselves of.
Well, you know, she had a well, here's a picture of it. Well, let's see, can we get it right?
Yeah.
There's her petting zoo.
Okay.
Basically, she collected, you know, her brother Grimtooth would explore the world looking for traps and strange chemicals and magic items, and she would tag along. And so she started bringing
Unfortunately.
animals with her. You know, oh, this is a cute little dinosaur. I want to have him as a pet. So, you know, oh, look, a unicorn. You know, so she'd start collecting all these things, and so Grimtooth built a big enclosure for them, and it ended up turning into a petting zoo, and everybody gets to go in to you know, to meet the animals. What they don't realize is that you get to, you know, one of the things about being in the petting zoo is you get to feed the animals, and you don't realize what that means is you get to be fed to the animals. So while you're there looking at the animals, you suddenly realize that the bars are all holograms, and so that when the animal's hungry, they can just pass right through the bars and eat you. So Grimtina's petting zoo.
That's great. Another fine addition to the Grimtooth universe.
There you go. Just kind of like, you know, that book's kind of giant traps, really, is what those are. Is it each, instead of lots of little traps like a room and a thing, it's entire facilities, buildings, locations, you know, things, that the entire airship, you know, that in and of itself is a trap. You know, it's not just a room or an item. That was
It
a lot
looks
of
like
fun.
the history professor redeemed 100 bubbles, whatever that is, for a random joke or a random fact. I got a fact for you. 100 bubbles don't count for nothing. All right. Let's see. Random joke.
Yeah, let's get a
About-
joke. Oh,
Huh?
my 5-year-old just told me a good one. Well, I mean, a good one. Once a month they have joke day at his school. All the 5-year-olds like get up and tell a joke, and then the whole school votes on who told the best one. But I got to remember what this was. Somebody won it recently with a true classic, but somehow it escapes me. That is to say, Grimtooth, you're on your own. I can't help you here. I can't think of any.
The ones I'm thinking about, I probably can't say online, so I gotta think about other ones.
Actually, my old classic. You know what's brown and sticky?
What?
A stick. Ha!
There you go. There's your 1,000 bubble joke. Hope it was worth it.
Yeah, hope it was worth it. There you go.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Grimtooth, you're dead.
I like that one. That's a good one.
That's pretty good.
Hey, Rick Nog has pledged for the print and PDF of DCC.
Good
Good
man.
one. Thanks, buddy.
13 people away from our next free trap.
Woo!
What-
I like how this.
Amazing.
Yeah.
13.
Oh wait, what was the name? This was the one that's going to be. Hold on. This was the Room of Cursed Treasures, right? I believe that's
yeah.
it.
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just picked up another one.
Is it cursed or is it cursed?
That's colloquial. It depends on
It's
where
the,
you
it's the room of the cursing treasures. They cuss the whole time.
the cost treasures.
Yes.
And who knows, you might go home with Pandora's box,
Mm.
Ooh.
among many other items.
Don't open it.
Yeah.
What is Grimtooth's favorite drink? Oh, well. Oh, that's a tough one. I like to go for
I'm thinking Bloody Mary.
I'm an old
That's a
fashioned
good one.
sort of guy, but but I put a little for my bitters. I use gnome blood, and
Nice.
really, you should try it sometime. Ask your bartender.
How's it compared to elf blood?
Yeah, no, you don't want that. That's gonna mess up the drink. Come on. You want a frou-frou drink? Huh? No, thank you.
He only drinks
Drink
beer
it
if it's served-
hard.
he drinks beer if it's served on trap.
That's the 1,000 bubble joke.
There you
Yeah.
go. That's it.
Just took a while to get there.
Everyone's a Maserati. It's Italian.
Oh, we got one more.
And we got more
Did-
backers. So they
Yep.
must have missed that part.
Did,
That's-
did you
Tell
guys
jokes.
did you guys see that there was when you asked people to share their trap experiences and somebody in the postings online said that they had a TPK from the bear can, not the beer can. Apparently the bear can is when you open up the can, it summons a bear. And I guess it like summoned the bear and like hitted the character who opened the can and killed it, and then like the wizard was left next and was standing right next to it, and the bear like wrecked the wizard. I'm just totally paraphrasing on all this, and then basically there was only one other character left, and then the bear totally wrecked that too. And apparently there's a random oh no, I know what it was. There's a random table, I guess, that determined what type of bear would come out. So the other character opened up a second one, hoping that he'd get like a grizzly bear to fight the other bear, and apparently a koala bear came out. And the koala bear was just mauled by the other bear, and then it went all off the rails. It was a great story though. It was a great
I think
story.
Steve is fact checking you at this very moment.
I-
He's like,
again,
that doesn't match the
one of the
description.
options was
I'm remembering the trap. I'm trying to remember which book
Yeah.
that's in.
It was instead of a beer can. I think it might have been in Bazaar. Traps Bazaar.
Oh yeah, and I don't have a copy of that with me, so shoot.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It was in the it was a long post. I'll see if I could find the post.
No
on that.
problem. Yeah. I remember that illustration. That's why I remember the illustration. Someone's opening a can, and the gas comes out, and the top of it is a bear head, and they're like, ah. So I remember drawing that many years ago. Yeah, it's probably
So-
Traps the Bar because that's an item. That
What
was
this
open-
reminds me of, though, I remember reading that koala bears are actually quite ferocious when angered. Like that,
Really?
apparently something like 1 to 2 humans that die, like this is real life, die every
Yeah,
year
yeah.
from.
I've read
angry-
that too.
Yeah, like they're mostly stoned out on eucalyptus leaves, like 20 hours a day. But when they get mad, they apparently go crazy, and they have like sharp claws.
Wow.
I'm googling this, and
Okay, here
I'll
you
stop
go.
proving my-
This is here. I'm gonna read the official.
Which one are you
story.
Googling?
This is Jack One Spade posted this 3 years ago. This was back in 2001, and I had the 1994 Grimtooth's Traps Bazaar. They found a sealed metal container and killed the ice mephit within before claiming the cans of, well, they didn't read Dwarven. Looks like beer, and each one of them has some sort of brand logo. So the barbarian grabbed it, popped it open, and chugged the can of bear. He took 2 claw attacks for free as the bear burst out of the can and claws his face. Well, this was 3rd edition, and when you stopped raging, you lost hit points. That plus the bear took him down. Initiative was rolled, the bear won. It turned to the party member nearest it, the wizard, and well, no armor and weapons, just soft and pink, down went the wizard. The ranger thought that maybe he could summon another bear to fight the first bear, so he opened another can and threw it. I rolled on the random table, and he got a koala who ran, provoked an attack of opportunity, and then died. The rogue ran for the doorway, but it was still locked because they locked it, and the wizard had the key. After that, they tried to fight, which just made the bear angry, and one by one, a single brown bear mauled its way through the party. That is a great story.
wait,
I love it.
that's a comment from years
you
ago?
asked, Grimtooth asked for people to give their stories on how their players got killed by Grimtooth traps.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I thought you. Never mind. I misheard you. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
It's from like a couple days ago when we asked that people.
From
Yeah,
3
yeah.
days ago.
Okay.
Just a great.
That's
The
awesome.
barbarian chugged the beer. That's kind of nice to have the bear appear outside. You know, I mean, if it was me, the bear would have come bursting
I
out
know.
of the stomach. You know, that's
Yeah.
like-
Yeah, that would be great, right?
that would have been memorable. You know,
I do
I
feel
love to
obligated.
think that somebody used that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do feel obligated that if we do a second book, that we're gonna have to include that one in there, and maybe that story.
Yep.
we'll
Totally.
upgrade it. We'll have a keg of beer.
Write it down.
Yep. Boom.
Yeah, we had
149
some
to go.
crazy stuff in those books. Crazy stuff. Giant lobsters and bears and Santa Clauses and you just people being turned into pancakes. I mean, it's just like so much bizarre stuff. A lot of fun.
Now we finally have stats for it all. That's all it was missing was those stats. You
Who
know.
would've guessed?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Oh, we needed.
Oh, we're only 7 backers away now.
Yes.
Free
Man.
trap.
We're earning our pay today.
Yeah.
You are. Yeah. I'll loosen the thumb screws
Thank you.
Thanks,
for
Grimtooth.
an hour.
Yeah.
So
So
hey,
I'm at. Oh, go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
hey everybody! If you're in the Philadelphia area this weekend, we're going to be at PAX Unplugged. So check us out. We're in booth 2547, and I could just be totally making that number up, but I think it sounds right.
Sounds like a good number.
Yes, it's a good number.
like
I
that
know we're in
number.
a big room. I shouldn't say that because the room is actually rather large, and you might have trouble finding us. So,
Is the ziggurat gonna be there?
is the ziggurat making it?
Nah, there's a lot of logistics involved in moving the ziggurat in. Our plan for next year, we're gonna have some of you know Wizard Wayne, who builds all our crazy creations. He's gonna have a very exciting project in January of building shipping crates. So if we can finally get this, ziggurat into like a right now moving it is actually really hard. But if we can get proper custom shipping crates built, then we can properly move our ziggurat. And then we can have the ziggurat in more good places in addition to
Wow,
just Gen
really,
Con.
There's the guy who I don't
upping the
remember
ante
actually
there.
moving the ziggurat ever.
I was given direction, supervising.
You don't just leave it there till next year?
Actually, it rises from the earth and then sinks back down. That's
Oh, that's
standard
handy.
ziggurat operating procedure.
Very nice.
Yes. ZOP, ziggurat operating procedure.
Hey, I found those playing cards. Remember the other day we were talking about the other Grimtooth playing cards?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
found them. You want to see them real quick?
let's see him.
These didn't come with a French translation, did they? Because I don't think
These are not French playing cards. They just have. So this is the one that was on the set I showed the other day. This is from the Origins playing card deck.
Oh yeah.
That's a good pose.
And then we use this image twice. This is another great pose, Grimtooth. This is
Oh,
the
yeah,
the
yeah, I
red
got that one
Joker.
on my shirt.
Oh yeah.
This was on the 2011. I think this is the 2009
Yeah.
Origins deck, and this is the 2011 Origins deck.
Okay. Oh yeah. That's cool.
And then in 2000 this is the 2009. I'm sorry. And then we used it here again as the 7. This gives you an idea of what the cards look like when they were actually a playing card.
Yeah.
It's got the 7 of spades up at the top, so you could actually play it. And then I also found this. You were talking about this, Joe. There's one of your DCs.
That's right. I remember
Seven of Hearts.
we were involved in one of those somewhere along the way. I
Yeah.
couldn't remember the details of it. That's
There
awesome.
you go. It's that one.
We're
So there you go.
famous.
More rare Grimtooth ephemera.
That's cool.
Hey, Waffles of Wrath just back. Death to all PCs. Thank you, Waffles of Wrath. That sounds delicious too, by the way.
Yes, right on a stick.
Okay, so speaking of waffles, this morning I drove my younger son to school and completely forgot his snack and lunch, which, in
Uh-oh.
kindergarten, you got to bring all that stuff in a little bag and everything. So I pulled a classic dad move. We went to Safeway, the local grocery store, and I got him a 20-pack of chicken nuggets. So all day long, he just ate chicken nuggets. And what the best part is, on the way to school, I was like, you can taste one and see if you like it. And he loves it. So we ate like 5 chicken nuggets on the way to school. So we'll see when he gets home from school today, but I'm pretty sure he basically just ate chicken nuggets all day long.
All kids love chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
My dad did that, but he got me 20 frozen chicken nuggets.
You can use this
No,
in
these-
So hard in the Curtis household.
Yeah. These are cold. They were frozen. They were cold, but we tried them and they were edible. So,
Nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Who will be backer 3600?
oh, we're at 35.98. Two more. Somebody's out there like
Right.
waiting to click at just the right moment.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be
It'd be
like-
the one.
yeah.
Come on.
If you're the
hope.
one,
If I
identify
give you one of
yourself.
these.
Nice
Bring
pose.
them in.
Very nice.
There you go.
You know, now they'll come run. The beacons have been lit. Grimtooth calls for aid. Grimtooth is ripped. Thank you for noticing. You know, not a lot of people appreciate how much work I put into this. Keep this physique going after 800 years or so.
You don't look a day over 700.
A lot of trolls let themselves go, just hide in a dirty old cave. Not this guy.
It's all that living under the bridge that does it to most trolls.
Mm,
Yeah, they become lazy.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm looking at the trap, and this is me
Oh,
reading.
that's it. We're one away.
a
Somebody
35.99. Uh-oh.
somebody right
uh-oh.
now, whether
There
they
it
know it
is.
or not.
Come on, this is your chance.
That's the hardest
Be-
one because everybody's
Or-
waiting.
I
Everybody's
know.
waiting for that
You can
one.
game the system. You can cancel your pledge, and then
Yep.
hope somebody takes it, and then jump ahead of them with it.
Who's
So
gonna
the
And you
room
can
of
do it all in
cursed
14
treasure.
minutes.
Yes. The,
That one's left, 14 minutes.
yeah. So
13
we have
minutes.
just enough time to hit 3600 and hear Grimtooth sing, I believe.
Very nice.
There it is.
Oh,
Yay!
It's there!
Woo! The
Yeah!
room of cursed treasures.
Woo!
Excellent.
Another stretch goal.
Amazing.
So I got to count. This makes it 158 traps. Hold on. I got to count on the project now. Something like that.
Ask Mr. Spreadsheets down there.
Don't ask Mr. Spreadsheets down there.
I was gonna say, I was like, this sounds like a graph thing. If that's the case, I'm
Yeah.
out. That's it.
Yeah, I think you're
One,
adding
2,
8 traps,
3,
so that makes it
4,
158. You're
Let's
right.
just say it's over
6.
150.
More than it's classic gaming marketing. More than 150 traps.
Yep.
That's the way to do it.
Specifically 151. It's like, yes.
That's why we put 101 traps in the book, because that way we could say over 100. That was exactly why we did it that way.
It should be 160 unless you're one of the early backers and you get the bonus trap. Then it's 161.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
And that number just doesn't sit well. You need I was always very picky about when I was doing my science work. If I always ended up with a number like 161, I was like, oh, that sucks. Go out and do another site.
I don't know. I mean, that would, it's like bookmarked. 161.
That is true.
True.
I never
True.
thought about that. I always liked, I don't know, like 164 sounded so much better.
Why does that sound better? Just
I
because
don't
it's like
know.
even?
I don't know.
That's more, yeah.
It just
Go sit in
is.
the corner and think about what you just said.
I am. I'll go back in my locker.
You got a problem with
12
even numbers or odd numbers or something? Like, what the heck?
No. It was weird number. Like seven's a fine number. So
7 has that mystic connotation.
it does.
you know.
9's a
Yeah.
terrible number. 3's
yeah.
are no good. So it is mostly the odd numbers apparently.
Threes are no good. Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
That's what I
Yeah.
said.
This doesn't sound superstitious.
Not
Clearly
at
you were a
all.
scientist.
Yep.
I thought 3 was a magic number. Isn't that how the song goes?
Yeah.
Trilogies, they're always 3, and triplets come in 3s.
That's true. Triplets usually come in 4s.
They do. They came in 3s.
So Grimtooth, we passed 3,600 backers, which means you're still number 2. How's that feel?
Well, yeah, I'm okay with it, I guess. I'll just try better next time, and maybe I'll have to do a little more skinning here and there, a little more yelling at the screen. These are the tactics people like. A little more berating, perhaps.
Don't forget throttling. That's a
A
big.
couple of throttlings, yes.
Use that on me many times, and it worked really well.
So maybe some flaying a little bit, because I do. It's great for the skin, this complexion of mine. I flayed somebody recently, and I just put this on and just relax, and let it soak in.
I'm more of a fan of excoriating than flaying. Where do you stand on the excoriating versus flaying debate?
I don't want to get on that topic right now. Okay.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Sensitive.
Not
I
in front of
know.
everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, is Grimtooth going to sing?
I think we passed that milestone.
Oh, all right. Do you really want to hurt me?
Yes, please.
Do you really want to make me cry? There you go. I don't remember.
Oh man.
Excellent. A new first. Never been done before.
Great. You saw it here live.
Right. It's a
That was
first.
the trap. You pledge for this project, you get subjected to that.
Oh.
Make a
Ow.
will save, everybody. Or your intelligence drops.
Under 10 minutes ago, we are the second most backed Goodman Games project.
The
Oh.
almost number one. Okay, let's stop staying number two.
If
All
we-
right, the
Yeah.
close
If we get
on the verge
1,500
of
people to back
ascenting.
us in the next 9 minutes, we can take number one, right?
The runner-up,
Everything's
otherwise
possible.
known as the first loser.
Maybe Elon Musk is watching.
Somebody's wanting to go not in their locker, but in the Iron Maiden. That's what it's.
Maybe Bill Gates or Elon Musk could just pledge like 1,000 times, and that would
Yeah.
take it a
Maybe.
They would even
I don't
know.
know. That one guy's building a $40 billion clock in the mountain in Texas. What's the guy from Amazon? Now,
It goes.
I can admire that. The ancients will, or the future generations will look upon the ancients and see that they at least knew how to tell time.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be good. Thank goodness.
Hopefully, he puts
He
a
did
couple
some.
traps in there. He should probably back the book.
That's right. Somebody write a memo.
Bezos, that's the name. It finally came to me.
Yeah.
Joseph,
I
are you guys gonna engrave the trap books on titanium plates and then put them in a cave somewhere so they can be preserved for future generations?
I mean, they are kind of the pinnacle of human achievement this century so far.
Right, I know, right?
That's
Or at
probably
least
the right
trilogy.
move.
They leave those things like how to rebuild civilization. Everything goes horribly wrong, somewhere along the line. So Chuck Heston can find them, 1,000 years from now, and maybe we just, that's it.
Live in a whole
Yeah.
trap society. It sounds like a wonderland.
Didn't
we
they,
really keep population control that way.
Didn't they send? Remember one of those spaceships they sent into space that was just gonna keep going past the solar system, and didn't it have a gold record on it that had
Yes.
recordings of something like
And then
that.
the
recordings-
Cylons found it, not the Cylons, the Cyclones,
And
or whatever. And then they
humans are
came
very
to
wrong.
look for our gold. I read Battlefield Earth. Yeah, that happened.
That's funny. Oh.
Yeah. Well, my point is that we should put Grimtooth in the recordings that we send on the next spacecraft because I think we're probably worthy.
Yeah,
I
totally.
agree.
You're going to suggest we
Especially
just
now
send
we're near
Grimtooth
two.
into
I mean,
space
on
and just have them
game
keep going.
Come on.
That would also work.
What are
Love
we
it.
talking about in the trap here? Nude pics? What? You guys calm down in there. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. On the Space Voyager, yeah, we had pictures of you humans. No trolls. Didn't have a little Da Vinci of me sitting on that thing.
Sorry, man.
They
Trolls
would have
always
been
get the
threatened
short
by
stick.
it, the aliens. They wouldn't have show up. They wouldn't show up.
Yeah, you don't scare off the aliens. They might be here to
There-
pick me up.
There is an excuse, though, my lord, and that is that was launched in 1976, and no humans knew who Grimtooth was at that point. Had they known, you would have
Good
been on
point.
that disc.
You're right. I hadn't gotten into publishing yet. It was
Exactly.
all word of mouth stuff.
Nobody knew of you. Your presence was a secret, so that's why. So, the humans.
Did I
had-
also invent the deep dark forest that trapped men, a Swedish death metal band? Well, that's a long story, and we don't have time for that. But long story short, yes.
How to do it?
All right, 5 minutes to go.
3,608 backers. That's pretty good. That's actually amazing. Thank you to everybody for supporting this and supporting all the Goodman Games projects. But pretty amazing how many people have backed this. It's awesome.
Amen.
And
Yes.
considering, that we're on Backerkit.
Yep, you found us.
Yeah.
There's no question whether anybody be able to find us when we started this.
Yeah, shifting off a Kickstarter to Backerkit. But honestly, it's been, I don't know about you guys in the audience, but like our ability to engage with you guys is great on Backerkit, running polls, sort of integrating the updates, seeing the comments. Like it's actually a really cool, I don't know, makes us feel closer to you guys. I like it. It's a good way to run things.
We should have something else on Backerkit.
We should totally do that. Good idea. Like Purple Planet, maybe, not to get ahead of
I
ourselves.
think maybe it's time to return to the Purple Planet. I mean,
Yeah.
It has become tradition. We usually tease what's coming up next in the final minutes of the countdown show. So,
Yeah.
But I feel it's not that big of a tease considering we've been, having a Twitch show about it and constant, media bads and all the rest of that stuff. So.
That's true. Yeah, but for those of you who don't know, we're doing Purple Planet in February, and it won't be just Goodman Games. We have a number of DCC third-party publishers who are also running their own explorations on the Purple Planet via their own projects alongside ours. So it should be quite fun.
And it's not just Purple Planet, of course, because we're going to have the Return to the Purple Planet. We're going to have Tome of Adventure 2, which is going to be the collection of the next 7, I believe, if I remember.
Sounds right.
Off the top of my head. And then we're also going to have the Tome of Adventure 3, which is a collection of like the first 7 Lankmar adventures as well. So yeah, and then there's a lot of stuff on this one. So
yeah,
if you get money during the holiday season, put it aside.
yes. And that reminds me, the other thing that people have been asking us, so we are going to try to bring DCC to Roll20. So that'll also be a project probably launched in February if we can pull it all together. But we got a lot of requests for DCC on Roll20. We've got our ducks in a row. We found a very good group that can convert it for us. And that is going to be coming soon. So that'll probably also sort of crowdfund in February alongside the Purple Planet stuff.
Very good. Sounds like you guys are busy.
Yes, too busy. I need a nap.
Oh, there you go. Yes. Well,
Yeah.
So is Backer Place the place to be now, says Joan of Arc. I think so. Seems that way.
Sure feels that way. Yes.
Well, again, my congratulations to you guys. And again, thank you for, doing another Grimtooth related thing. It's awesome. And I'm glad it went so well. And yeah, I had my worries when you first said it was going to be a Backerkit, but obviously your army of fans follow you and Grimtooth wherever they go. And it's been a great success for you guys, and congratulations, truly. So
thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
I think you guys made it possible, flying Buffalo in your, whatever it was, 20 years or so of doing Grimtooth's products and building that fan base. It's kind of amazing.
On the shoulders of trolls, right? That's it.
Right. Yes, exactly.
It was really something to be a part of all that. And in many ways it was like being in high school, and you always kind of bonded with those people in that situation, or being in the army. And
yeah,
it's always a part of me, and I'll always treasure it all. And to see it still be of something of interest now is just amazing. So
yeah. Oh, we have 114 seconds left. Oh, it actually shows the countdown on the Backerkit screen. Dun dun. Cool. Wait, some questions in the chat. Yes, Caverns of Thracia is coming next year. Can't give an exact date yet, but mid next year will be crowdfunding, and Chris and Mike have been working hard on that project.
And the one behind that, and the one
yes.
behind that, and
yes. There's a lot going on. Yes.
If you're worried you haven't been hit with releases, it's because we've been really busy, plotting things out. We have all of next year, planned out, and then the beginnings of 2025. So
yep. And then DCC with the free version of Roll20, I believe so. The goal is to make DCC accessible to everybody in Roll20. Some of the adventures can use some of the features that are, I guess paid for, but the goal is for it to be, obviously you won't have all the functionality, but you can still use DCC on the free version of Roll20, I guess is the best way to say it. And then you'll get additional functionality if you pay for if you have the paid for version.
We're letting people who know what they're doing handle it.
Right. Yes. Yes. It's formerly known as Sigil Entertainment, and they recently changed their name to something I can't remember. Chris and Mike, do you remember?
Wait, I have it written down.
Oh. Wow, I didn't know I was going to be tested.
Sorry.
Can you remember 4 or 5 my notes if we're running out of time?
There's always a test.
They are they metamorphic now, or are they?
That sounds right.
Right.
Metamorphic. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
That
we
sounds
just talked to
right.
them a week or two ago about converting DCC to Roll 20. So more to come. We have 14
Well,
seconds left. We have to
10
refocus on the
seconds.
end of this project.
10,
Yeah.
10
Okay.
seconds. That's
What?
it.
9, 8,
Not too late to vote. Not
7,
6,
6, 4, 5.
5, 4.
Five.
Oh, we're all in sync.
2, 3.
1.
Happy
Yay!
New Year! Wait, 2. That's not right.
Happy Dead Adventure.
Yeah, something.
Red Soul.
This should be decreed Grimtooth Day. What day is it? November 28th.
A national,
Grimtooth
make it
Day.
a national holiday.
That's right.
Sounds like a
Grimtooth
plan.
Day.
All right. Celebrate it by building trapping the mailman or something, just something not too harmful, just a little maybe I shouldn't say too much. I don't want FBI coming after me.
Around Grimstooth's place, they celebrate Hanukkah.
I love that. That's great.
Howie.
Krampus.
Thank you, all 3,608 of you.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Amen.
And we cleared that last stretch goal. It was awesome.
Yes.
Amazing. I'm proud of each and every one of you. I wish I could shake your hands, but I don't actually because they're probably pretty sweaty. But so I'll just say thanks.
Well, thank you everybody for the support. It's amazing that we're all able to do what we love because we have fans and backers out there who are willing to buy the products we create. So thanks everybody for continuing to support us. It's awesome. And it's a great community to be part of.
And don't tune into Twitch next Thursday because it's not Trap Thursday anymore. That's it.
All right.
Yes.
It's now just
Over. It's gonna
Thursday,
make my
Thursday.
comeback.
Maybe it'll be Chicken Nugget Thursday. We'll see. Thanks everybody.
Thanks. It was great being
See
part
you
of it.
everybody later.
Bye.
Bye.